Hello. Ooh. There we go. Echo.
Good evening.
Good evening, mate. How's everyone?
Hello.
Right.
Suspects, how are we all?
Yeah, good, man.
All right, good.
We're not going on Facebook this time. We do the private thing. I'm recording anyway.
For training purposes.
For training purposes.
That's what you got to say, right?
Yeah, just to let's put the volume up now. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Good?
Not bad.
Isolated and slightly batshit crazy, but otherwise not too bad.
How are you? Justin, Matthew, Rob, John, Dave, Dexter, Brian, Morsey, Emma and Brett. How are you?
Hi, how you going?
Keenan, Scott, Mike Leyland, Thomas Sutton, Steve, Brain Smarter. I don't know who Brain Smarter is. We'll find out soon. Oh, Tim. How are you, mate?
Good chap. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Your samples made it?
I did. I didn't realise they did. The kids snuck them in with a whole bunch of other parcels. I only saw them this afternoon. I was going to hit you up, but didn't need to. Thank you, man. All
Yeah.
sorted. Thank you.
It's been a nightmare of, again, like the second week of lockdown, sending parcels. It's been crazy. Thomas, no sign of Alafro here. Yes, I sent the email to everyone and no one has replied. We might find out who has a double Lafroig and is missing the Lagavulin tonight. Because a few people just replied to me today about the tasting, so some people might have got lost. It should have been a 30 ml sample. Someone has 2 Lagavulins and Thomas has two Lagavulins and someone might have 2 Lafroigs. We'll arrange the swap. I'm sorry for that, Thomas. We didn't have any more to send. Like, it's like the bottles we are working on less than dry. Yeah. There's less than 15 mils in here. That's for us to share with Jono.
Oh, I get a little bit.
You get a little bit this time. Woo. Yeah.
And his gum.
A what?
Just on the gums, like a baby.
Go like a baby. You put it on the gums.
Just a drop for each nose.
Yeah. You just wait until a few more people join in.
Still waiting for Dom. Dom hasn't missed a tasting. Casa de Vinos tasting as well.
No, Dom's not in. Yeah. And Mark Williams.
Yeah.
I assume everyone has already their Ichiros and
Yeah, I've got my cocktail.
ginger. Your barley cocktail.
Actually, no, this is my New Zealand cocktail. It's Kerru Imperial Nibs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
I should just put your beer instead of putting the Ichiros in the next parcel.
Yeah, just throw us a porter or something. Oh, that's yum. It's yum.
Let's wait a little bit more until a few more people come in.
How many people ended up getting tonight's tasting?
What do we like? We did 27 packs between 30s and 15 mils. Yeah.
Yeah.
So some people can't join. One of the packs that went to Tassie didn't arrive. We just find out today that you guys check your tracking numbers a few days before, just in case we need to contact Australia Post or Fastway we have a few days, to contact, so to sort out the problem. Usually it takes 2 or 3 days, and then the parcel arrives. We haven't had missing ones. We have had delayed ones, and they're pretty quick at the moment. That's what I do on Mondays. I chase missing deliveries. That's my
It's
Monday.
your favorite day of the week.
It's
isn't
my
it?
favorite day of the week, Monday.
Chasing up with those posts.
Chasing up, yeah. We have a relationship now with some of the people there. They might know my name. I already complained to all the managers there are. I played my Sharon, my Karen card. I have no more managers to summon.
Well, I'm pretty sure you won't be the only one that's been complaining to them as of recent times. So
Yeah.
give them help.
I'm going to run that one through just make sure it's on that GPU.
Yeah, cool.
Jonathan, the Mo's gone, man. What the hell?
No, I'm coming.
No, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about Jonathan's Mo.
I know. It's
don't miss that.
one day of the year. Normally, there's 7 people in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Normally, I've always got one, but hey, we've
The rest, they were in the waiting room. That's how been hectic it's been today. I forgot to take the waiting room out. So
welcome all.
welcome the rest. Dom, Alex, Mark, Kia, Tristan. Long time no see, mate. I can't hear you.
You're muted, Tristan. Unmute yourself. Here we go.
There you go.
Thank you as well. So I just rushed in. I went, oh my God. Oh,
Jason ordering too. Cool. I think we are there. We're at 25.
Mhm. Well, you said that a couple couldn't make it. So looking at now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what a lineup. This one is pretty epic. Here, spotlight. So this is the lineup here. I am very tempted to. This is very difficult to start with Port Ellen. Yeah, but why? Because Port Ellen is actually, this drum is the one that's going to change the most. So I think we will get the most out of this drum if we taste it now. Across the next hour and a half, we're going to see this drum changing the most of all of them.
Nice.
So I will leave the Balmore second, Lafroig third, no, Portaskak third, Lafroig and Lagavulin for Whiskey Fair, that order. The Port Ellen is the one that changes the most. So, which is a pretty epic dram. Luckily, everyone got a sample of this one. We didn't stuff up the Port Ellen sample. So, all right, everyone's ready. So, the idea was to do an old and rare. How to let me just change to my. And we get John there on the side. The idea was to do an old and rare and just Isla. Because there have been several of these bottles that I've been wanting to open and really taste with whiskey, the whiskey group. I call you now the whiskey group because many are doing for so many tastings now. And taste them side by side. Unfortunately, so hard to find Ardbeg that couldn't get any Ardbeg for this tasting. I don't have much Ardbeg myself. But what would I change, right? It's like, what do you take out? A Caudilla, a Lagavulin, a Lafroig, or a more Port Ellen. We can't take out the Port Ellen. That's the whole lot. And Old Bruichladdich is not great, so no point. Bunnahabhain could have been, but we just did Bunnahabhain before tasting, so that's a little bit the idea. So I repeat again, this time is very important. Don't finish the whole sample because they change a lot. And they are all very repeated. So it's going to be a difficult one to find the nuances between the different drums. Yeah. That's a bit of old Balmore that I had in the glass. No water.
Somebody get some.
Can you get some water, please? So let's kick off with the Port Ellen. 21-year-old.
Key timing with the kick out so you can pour yourself more.
I know. No, this was. I was tasting the next tasting the Battle of the Bats, and I explained that one a little bit later. Port Ellen Silver Seal. John got a bit of coke in that one.
I don't think we can have any more.
Port Ellen is this bottle is very freshly open, so it's all the power there. What you normally would see in Port Ellen is when you go to a bar and you taste Port Ellen, because of the price, of course, they usually the smoke has faded a lot because it's the first thing that they lose is the smoke. So you might see a lot of Port Ellens that are not so peaty, which is not normally the case. They are heavily peated, but the bottles have been open for so long because the drums are really expensive that sometimes to get a Port Ellen in good condition in a bar is very, very difficult. Because there's very little of Port Ellen IB in comparison of the amount of Port Ellen official bottling. The official bottlings are so expensive, right? Port Ellen is one of those distilleries that they only had one official bottling until they closed. So all the Port Ellens until they closed, they were all IBs while they were open, you know, and mainly were all they were all Connoisseur's Choice and the Langs that used to bottle, and a little bit of Signatory, but I think Signatory started bottling when they were already closed after '83, you know. So get yourself a little bit of Port Ellen on the glass. Smoky, yeah?
Beautiful.
This one is the one that's going to change the most, as I say. So, you know, it's enjoy. A little bit of fruit, but really, really lightly smoked. Lightly, no, it's heavily smoked, but it's quite, yeah, sorry about that one.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put the finger in there. Very, very like a lanolin, like I would say sheep wool smell. Bit of like damp barnyard.
Mulch or bark or something.
Yep, yeah. Moss.
It's got like that like classic peaty feel to it before people just tried ramming as many ppms as they could. You know, it's
Yes, just in the 1920s.
heavily peated,
Yeah.
but it's not, you know, so overly so.
This bottle, this is bottled at 46%. Port Ellen at 46%. Bottled by Silver Seal, Italian bottler. Distilled in 1980. Bottled in 2002. It said that the cask is a Douglas Lime cask, bottled for Massimo, and you will see that is as we go, the smoke should disappear. You know, the smoke faints, and then all the fruit of Port Ellen becomes, which 20 years old is not that old as Port Ellen, right? It's a shame that Paul Stapleton is not here. He's, as Tom said, Port Ellen man. What do you guys think? Someone wants to describe this? Morsi, what do you think?
I reckon it's great, mate. I'm, you know me, I love the nose more than the palate in most cases, and I haven't even tasted it yet. But buy it on the nose alone. That kind of bottling. It does have that. I get what Rob said. You know, it's got that kind of like where you pour pine bark out, and then that kind of like the dust sort of comes up off the freshly poured pine bark. It's got that smoky version of that. I can feel it's going to open up though, because even just in the small amount of time I've been nosing it, it's got like the sweetness is building, and it was on first pour just all it was those kind of danko lanolins, and now it's definitely getting fruitier.
Only
I
have
have
one.
to taste it. I was going to wait and see and then taste it after, but I think the palate will change too. So I'm going to taste it now and then come back to nose and palate later, I think.
Yep. This is really nice. It's sort of that dank lanolin, wool, moss, wet bark. On the mouth is very dry, sweet at the beginning, and then it's dry. Kind of an ashy peat too, which is actually very mild and very delicate peat.
The palate is an awesome, like it's almost like a hybrid of other Isla distilleries. It's got a little Lafroiginess about it, but without the iodine, and it's got like a touch of that Bamor smoke, but without like what is archetypally Bamor. It's kind of like a strange chimera of a whiskey.
I agree with that dryness of Lafroig dryness or something like that. You know, and luscious, very oily, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to the next one.
Really oily. Let's go to the Bamor.
Yeah, let's go to the
Bowmore. This is Liquid Library. Liquid Library is labeled by the whiskey agency. They use this. They used to use this for other markets that they couldn't sell whiskey agency. Distilled in the year 2000, bottled in 2013, single cask. This is a doesn't say if it's a bat or not.
Is that where you got your inspiration from?
Yes.
Liquor Library?
No, yeah, I kind of did a little bit. All right. Bamor.
Something sweet first up on the nose.
Honeyed.
Like honey, some sort of honey.
I see it. Totally. Honeycomb. Yeah.
Very, very treacle, maple syrup.
Super interesting.
Nosegasms. Dominic.
Tom's had a few already.
He get the feels.
Oh, whiskies or nosegasms?
he gets
both, mate. Both.
Gets the feels.
Feels.
Not here to fuck spiders.
I agree, though, Rob. It's like kind of like a honeyed Anzac biscuity pastry sweet thing going on.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's sherry. Almost a little bit of sulfur on that.
Tastes like sherry. Totally like sherry cask. Could have been, you know. Oh yeah, refill bat. There we go. I thought it was bat. I thought it was a bat. There we go. Refill bat.
More like a pheno than an old.
Refill bat on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I did write refill bat. Yeah, I was good. I was thinking like, is this it was sherry cask. I thought it was, you know. Very, very, very strong and a bit
You can either buy 15.
one dimensional on the nose, huh? What do you think, Jonah?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's that like it's obviously not too much of an old bottle effect, but
no,
it's got that like one dimensionalness to it. But the nose at the start it just opened up so pretty. I think it's got the potential to go a bit further as well.
Yeah, and it's when you notice this the Bowmore florals should come up after the smoke weaves off a bit, you know.
Yeah,
Very grassy.
I get Parma violets and a bit of sulfur as well as honey.
Sulfur, yeah.
Yep.
Sulfur.
I get the spirit. I get spirit and floral. It's like very difficult to, like all over the place. Spirit florals, then I smell again. It's spirit florals, then spirit again. You know, I find very difficult to concentrate on the florals on this one.
Notice when you go backwards and forwards between them, you get a little bit of difference. Even on the Bowmore, you know, you're saying it's singularly dimensional, but if you go backwards and forwards between the Port Ellen and the Bowmore, I think you get a bit of change. At least I do.
The Portelen starts to show a lot more florals now.
Yeah.
Slowly. I'll put a bit more of that. I don't know.
I guess when we say it's singular dimension on the Bowmore, though, it's a totally different Bowmore to what you'd expect. Though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally different.
It's more
And
like
again-
those OBs that are like when those clear bottles with like the Voyage and the whatever they had, those like the kind of 1990s bottlings. It's got that
The
kind of-
old paper labels.
yeah, like the perfumey potpourri Bamors rather than the kind of modern way they took Bamor.
The perfume is always there in Balmores. The matter sometimes is like, why is there this pure lavender showing than when there is no
Yeah.
pure lavender, you know?
A little bit of burnt matchstick on this as well.
Esmond joined now. How are you, Esmond? He's muted.
Do you get much of that sort of burnt matchstick sulfuriness on this one?
I get it when I compare it with the Portelen.
Yep.
I got a very big tolerance to sulfur, so
3%.
But it's-
Cask.
Portland almost gives me like a plum jam after I smell the Bowmore.
when you smell the Portelen, it starts to become a lot more floral now for me. But I think it's your palate also builds the tolerance to peat.
The flowers, pine needles, almost. Yeah, that bark that you guys were talking about at the start still there, but not as much. More, I won't say potpourri, but it's more like a dried flowers of some sort.
In the Portelen?
Yeah, yeah. And then you go back to the Bamor, and it's
And some masturbation.
yeah.
Yeah, and when you go back to the Balmore, the sulfur stands out when you do side by side.
I'll get that.
Who's that? That's Robbie.
The panicked look on Rob's face.
Amazing. Yeah, it's so true. You can take that one, Rob. It's okay. I'm just in a whiskey tasting. Sorry, middle of work.
This is work.
It's a lot of candy now on the Portelen. It's amazing to see that drum changing for me. And the Balmore still's on the same spectrum.
Salt's coming through. Jeez.
Ashy, hot. You know, that's what you expect of single cast Balmore sometimes. A bit of bitterness at the end. You know, probably that sort of bitterness from the smoke and the sherry. Dryness. Yeah, I find confronting using adjectives with ness at the end. Dryness, fruitiness, confectionariness. Yeah, it's like confronting. It's like
it's just a bit much.
Yeah, it sounds like the smooth of adjectives. Let's go to the Ardbeg. The Caolilla. Caolilla bottled by the Masters of Malt, 1982. Distilled the 3rd of March of 82. Bottled on March 1995.
We're not supposed to pour it out till he does.
I'm back.
Oh, that is petrol.
Someone broke something there.
Someone,
Yeah. This one is bottled at, this is typical Caolilla, 63.8.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Well, you wouldn't get high.
Amazing colour. How clear is it?
Blacker.
Oh, no.
Blacker.
And this one has a lot of gunk inside, and you know,
French polish.
this is a bottling of 36 bottles.
A very nice colour.
There we go. Let me just do
46 bottles. That's a small cask.
that's that I would say this would have been the number 15 of 36. This would have been just the Master of Malt buying stock for the shop. Apparently, Master of Malt used to have a proper brick and mortar store until 2005, and then they closed the brick and mortar and they just opened online only. And they used to sell a lot of their own bottlings back then. I assume being a shop in Scotland, you'll be able to buy fractions of cask as you want, as you please. You know, they will sell you whatever you want.
I reckon, Mark, you're dead right. I reckon when you smell, if you go in gently and really slow, it gets to a level where it's like that awesome French polish pleasant acetone. And
Mm.
the moment you sniff a bit too hard or you get a bit too close into the glass, it's just like varnish and acrylic. Like it just gets really unpleasant. You
Yeah.
just got to take it in a small amount.
It's certainly the initial stuff is certainly that beautiful French polish when you just
Hover it around a bit.
Yeah, with a light hint of cap gun smoke.
Oh,
Good one.
A bit of
I
what?
like that better than the
Cap
nose.
gun smoke.
Cap gun smoke.
Gun smoke. That's a great smell too.
What's
If
a
you
cap gun?
bury your nose in it, it's just engine oil.
A toy gun. Yeah.
Yeah, like the old-fashioned little
Yeah.
firecracker. Just that.
With the red round things.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things.
So
Fulminant.
it was part the gunpowder smell and part the burning paper smell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the first
Gunpowder.
Only like 1 out of every 3 or 4 of them actually worked.
Yeah.
This one is the one that I find easiest to see the fruit behind the smoke.
Mm.
I was just
Myself.
about to say that.
Yeah.
Just about to say that.
It's like a pear or a banana that's been
Yeah.
left in a school bag for a few weeks.
Yeah, limping pear is close enough.
Print that on the label as a reviewer quote.
That's a
6-week-old school bag pear.
Let's see who else who. Scott, what do you think, mate? How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. This is a new one for me, but I'm getting a bit of fish food on the nose on this one. Sort of that real
Fish food.
nori kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit nicer word is that, real nori roll kind of kelp influence.
Fish food. It's like, ooh. That's a good one, though. I get what you mean. That's sort of dry, salty seaweed.
umami.
Umami.
They're on the nose.
I used
Which
to
is-
love the smell of fish food when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird on the nose, but the oiliness in the body actually just makes that pretty spot on, just accentuates it to a nice level.
The oil on the mouth is amazing too.
The palate on this is.
Daniel Maders just joined. How are you, Daniel? You just joined? Or?
Very well, Jose. How are you? How's everyone going?
Good, man. Do you just join, or you were there before?
No, I've just joined. Unfortunately, I won't tell you where I've been.
Okay.
At work. So sorry.
Yeah, and you aren't allowed to have the first ones you've missed now, mate. You've got to give them away.
I'll catch up, I'm sure. Which ones have you had, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, this is the lineup. We started. Let me just highlight here. Speaker view. No. Exit full screen. Where are we? This is the lineup that we do. We start with the Portelen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Because the Portelen is the drum that changes the most, in my opinion. Then we go to the Balmont, then the Ascaig, which is the Caolilla.
Yep.
Then we do the Lafroig and the Lagavulin at the end.
Perfect. Awesome. Great. I'll catch up.
And but don't finish them all because we go back and forth. So we all still have hips in our glass.
Perfect.
So,
Yep.
You see. So the interesting thing on this one is to see the difference of the distilleries between them. Now the Portelen is very plasticky. Smells like old figurines of
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me remember my He-Man.
Yeah.
The He-Man plastic toys. The smell of that.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
Coming off the Ascaig, that's really boosting that sweet honeyness from the Balmont.
Now I get hate on the Ascaig.
Mm.
So I don't know if everyone's aware that the distillery that is in Port Ascaig is Caolilla. That's why this is a Caolilla, and would have been, that's why they use the name. So yeah,
the Balmore for me now is like if you get like a new basketball or a new football, and it's got that almost like rubbery leather smell, like a really new.
This is like a whole selection of chemicals.
No, I think I know what you mean, Jono. Like, I don't know if anyone else here ever played table tennis, but it's like if you ever bought like a new table tennis rubber
Yeah.
and you open the
Yeah.
pack.
Or like bicycle inner tube kind of. That.
Yeah. All things made with fossil fuels. How cool.
Raw
Anything with
vegan table
benzene in it, Jose. You've given us the benzene lineup tonight.
This is like the best, yes. In 20 years, you will not be allowed to use anything of this kind of thing. You know, people will not know what plastic is.
It'll be
most
the
likely.
quinoa and kale lineup. Everyone will be all natural.
Everything will be made with like sea meal, something made out of seashells or I don't know.
Carlila is like glue sniffing in a stable.
Yes.
In a good way.
In a good way. I get on the Kaolila a lot more hay now.
Mm.
And green pear now, like green pear.
I have.
And not much smoke at all.
The smoke's almost gone on the nose.
But on the mouth, it's heap salty.
Heaps salty.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Super impressive.
Who else? Dave Phillips. You like these oldies? How are you, mate? What do you think?
I'm going a bit slow, Jose, so I'm really just nosing them. But you know, you're saying about the He-Man. Joe was wondering about you smelling the He-Man. There must be a website for that somewhere.
There must be what?
A website.
I'm just looking at the image of you sniffing your He-Man.
Your tasting note, which is smells like my
plastic
He-Man.
the He-Man toys.
Yeah, so it's clearly a website for people sniffing He-Man toys somewhere.
They must be.
Actually, bizarrely enough, the one I prefer at the moment on the nose is the Vermont.
Yes,
actually.
Yeah, the Vermont is very now it's becoming a bit more floral, eh?
Is it a freshly opened He-Man or one you've let rest for a while?
One chewed by a dog. Chewed by a dog, He-Man. There used to be
Left in the bottom of a school bag for years.
Yes.
Left in the
That's
car
Jonas'
window,
bag.
on the back ledge of a car window to cook in the sun.
And the Kaolila is now hay, just pure hay.
Mm.
For me, or like straw, you know?
Yeah, strong.
I'm with you, Dave, but I reckon from the start, Vermont had the nose one, even on fresh open, fresh pour. I think that's always been my favourite nose.
And it's got better, Alex, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
It's balancing out on the palate now. I thought it was a bit confused at the start. The nose was a ripper, and then the palate just didn't know what it wanted to be. But it's yeah, following the Kaolila, it's finding its own now, which is good.
I put one drop of water on the Vermont.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Bowmore is killing it.
I certainly think that the Bowmore made the best first impression on the nose for sure. Like, that was very strong.
Kaolila is very round too. Now 63% is slowly becoming not so hot. I don't know. I got some coffee beans in here. We made some coffee. We sent a couple bags because it was someone we couldn't send because we didn't have the. We had to send the bags before we had these ones prepared. But if you have a little bit of coffee on your hairs, just grab the pot of coffee and smell that to rinse the nose. You know.
Oh.
Or have a glass of Jack and Coke.
That's a good one to rinse. Rinses everything, that one. Rinses your soul, rinses...
A good dark beer.
Rinses or strips. Strips his soul.
Now the Portelen starts to become a little bit more floral to me.
No, just
That's the wrong.
Balmore is outstanding now. It's like candy. Now it's for me. It's like
very subtle.
Candy ginger, candy bananas. You know, candy pineapple on the Balmore.
Yeah. At the start of Balmore, the confectionariness was like hard-boiled lollies and gobstoppers and that sort of thing. But now for me, it's really sort of like strawberries and cream, as I said in the chat. I get the pineapple as well. All those party mix sort of lollies. It's awesome, this Balmore.
Yeah, take the strawberry and cream lollies out of that school bag that's been fermenting on the back shelf. And you get that syrupy, you get that like that syrupy note from the strawberry and
with
cream.
the black with the big black stain of I used to get apples rotting on my school bags. I remember there was a great school bag and there used to be like black stains on the side. This is the rotting apple. Now it's coming. Let's pour the Lafroig. Sorry, Thomas. I feel +10 on the strawberry note, strawberry flavor ice cream syrup for me.
Going from the Balmore back to the Kahlua again, or the Ascage. The Ascage has that fish food smell predominant again. It's really weird.
That's true. Put up. We'll find out. You got more than me. That can happen. Look at that's like why we
yeah.
I got my 1920s glass in there.
Isn't this the one you were offered $10,000 for?
Yeah, as a price back. And very ashy.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot on.
No one's
Yeah, I was going to say quite restrained at the moment.
Very restrained. Well, Switch has been sniffing these ones for so long, they're becoming fruity. So
I get oranges, like orange cordial.
yes, orange peel. I get that.
Certainly the orange peel.
I
Yeah.
can dig that.
Yeah, diluted, maybe.
Who's been quite quiet? Let's see. Emma and Brett there, they're enjoying. How you doing, guys? How are you enjoying the?
Yeah, very well.
Very well, yeah.
Yeah, the Bowmore's clearly the number one so far. It's delicious.
Now smell the Balmore again. You leave the Balmore a bit, you go back to the Balmore. It's like woo.
It's growing the more it gets some air for sure.
It's amazing, the Balmore. Now becomes like very Moorish and.
Whereas the Lefroy's very flat on the nose. There's not a lot to it.
Not yet. Yes, correct.
It needs some time.
Oh, but its palate is so much better.
Is that okay? We'll have to give it a try.
I agree, Dom. Classic Lefroy.
Wow.
A lot of
It's still
smoke.
going.
The palate is amazing. And
The
this is
palate's
another
amazing on this one.
Another Italian bottling at 46%. This is bottled by High Spirits. Bottled by High Spirits in Italy for the, as we found out, for the Inter Milan being. Tristan, you want to explain about a bit this? This is the UEFA Cup. No, the UEFA, no, this is the Intercontinental Cup, is it?
It's the World Club Championship.
Yeah.
So the champions of Europe against the champions of
South America.
Champions of South America.
The ones that play in Tokyo. They used to be played in Tokyo. They used to be called the Intercontinental Cup back on the day. Yeah. Now the nose of the Lafroig is giving more. I use the coffee to go back and forth. It's pretty good. Wow, about more. Woo.
Oh, the finish on that Lefroy.
It's lovely.
It's just amazing.
Oh.
What's that?
Code for tonight, Jose?
Code for tonight. The code for tonight is, I forgot about the code. No, I did it, but I forgot which one it is. The code for tonight, I think it's marketing here. It's rare. The Code for Tonight is rare.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Good. You know.
Either it was rare or Isla.
Or Isla. Could have been Isla. We did Isla.
Could have been either or.
Yeah.
Code. I forgot about the code.
There's none of these for sale, is there, Jose?
No, these are all rarities. You know, very difficult to get these bottles. Yeah. I wish there was more.
Oh, that's a common lament. A common lament.
I just have to pick up the auctions again.
Wish there was more.
Even at auction, they are difficult to get.
Yeah.
The Portelen mouthfeel is great, I would say. Very, very round and very soft.
Lafroig is just the gift that keeps on giving on the finish. That's
I was
just
going to say, John, for a 46% whiskey, I cannot believe how it just keeps on giving and giving.
The Lafroig, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Very bold.
Very bold, yeah. The Kaolila is very good too. It's just pure grass now, just grass. All the fruit of the Kaolila is gone, and it's just grassy.
So much body in that Lafroig.
Yeah.
We can't drink much because I had less than 10 meals. less than even, I would say I had 5 meals. So we can't really, we know in this one with Jonah. We get the air, we gotta, nice.
My nose are too hard, you won't have anything less than the glass.
I'm gonna,
get the vapors in.
Don't spill it.
There's it's difficult because we sell out the 30s and then we take 15 meals off the inventory to make more 30s, and then that's why it's so. I think we're gonna do the sets already and then just go on what it is. Is what it is. We don't take the sets out or you know. Yeah, that was a big confusion this time. Yeah. How many are we? We got 27 now. Yeah, online. Drew is there too. He's with a camera off. Lafroig is starting to get really fruity now. You smell how fruity it is?
Awesome.
You don't normally smell this fruity style of Lafroig. It's very. This is what used to be Lafroig of the early 80s, like this fruit, this fruitiness.
Oh, it's splitting hairs between the Bowmore and the Lafroig.
Yeah. And the Bowmore is so pretty. There is a reason why these two distilleries are Grand Crus. You know, they stand out. You know, it's like the.
I love the nose, but I think I like.
Yeah.
Lafroig. But I love this nose. So.
It's a classic.
And that's half the sometimes.
Funny enough, the most expensive bottle of this lineup, it was the Portelen, of course, but the cheapest bottle on this lineup was the Bowmore.
There
you go. Yeah, which is amazing how, you know, a perception of a distillery and can change everything. Yeah. The love that sherry on the Bowmore is very well married. And the Lafroig is also sensational. Can't go wrong with the whiskey agency bottling. It's sensational.
Well, Liquid Library used to be pretty cheap. Like when they were like, I thought they were like educational ones. That's how I saw them.
No, just different bottlings for different market.
Yeah, I kept buying them because I thought I needed them for my education.
Yeah, that's how you justify that to the wife, right?
Yeah,
these are learning whiskey.
This way before I was you know, hitched or whatever.
Yeah, these are
fair well since you could buy them in the shops.
This is learning, darling. This is learning.
It's all learning.
It's all learning. Well, let's pull number 5, the Lagavulin. We don't know what is this. We wouldn't know. I asked I asked Carsten, and he told me this was Lagavulin, but this is, well, all Isla South Shore is Lagavulin, or they call it like that, but it's just this is a bottling for the Whiskey Fair, which is Limburg.
Place to go.
1992, bottled in 2006. Yeah, and 53.6%. This is a medieval castle that is in Limburg. Is the symbol of the Whiskey Fair. This one also we got like a hint to share with Jonah.
Share with Jonah.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
we would have been good to have the. There we go. You got as much as I do.
Yeah.
Enjoy that 3 mil there.
I'm not joking. That's like
Before it evaporates.
Yeah. Hope the heater's not too high in that room.
no. We had more. And there was stuff up on one order, and we had to pour another 15 sample set, and we had no lift for us, basically. That's not like nothing.
Very good. Get a job down there. Helping him out.
Really fruity. Damn.
Did you decant any of these before you packaged them, Jose?
No, not these ones. No, because with the samples is already just decanting what I filled them. You know?
Do we know what's happened to it?
Really fruity now, the Lagavulin.
I don't get any classic Lagavulin peat.
Doesn't smell like the classic Lagavulin peat. Huh?
No, it's very light.
Oh, but
I don't know if I'm making it up, but I'm getting like mint, I think.
Lafroig's starting to shine now. This bottle was not cheap, actually.
Mint's a good call, Rob. I definitely see what you mean. It's got that vegetalness about it.
Like that's something like bright and fresh, and like mint is what my mind jumped to. I don't know if it's exactly accurate or not, but it's something like that.
Yeah.
That one. At the moment,
It's on the mail.
Yep.
Hey man, are you sure it's Lagavulin? Is that what you said? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% sure.
Yeah. Although not bottled as such, right?
No, bottled as Isla South Shore.
Yeah.
This Carsten said that there was a certain time there was only 2 distilleries that would not allow their names, and it would be Adveg and Lagavulin, because they have other islas. I don't think I have another islas from these ones, but yeah, they were those 2 distilleries. So all the islas from these times, they were the generic islas, unless this one says South Shore, so it should be them. And he said to me, but it's back on that time, they were only Adveg and Lagavulin that were not allowed to use the brand. So fruity now, super fruity. And this one has a heap of ash on the bottom. And pieces of
even on the palate, it's super fruity. It's amazing.
The Baumont. Wow. The Portelen just starts to get a bit more fruity now.
More fruit.
What I like is the palatos de Portelen. The palatos de
The
Portelen.
Balmore's got better.
Yeah.
Bone more, you wankers.
Ridiculous.
I'm more on the Lefroy. Leading the pack.
Oh yeah, definitely that
Port Ellen's got a bit of a finish to it now as well, which is just awesome.
The Portelli has a great finish, actually, I must say. The Lagavulin is sensational, huh? You never pick this as Lagavulin. Myself, I would say.
Oh no, you poured that for me blind. I'm never picking Lagavulin.
No.
Not, at least not off the nose.
Morrissey, what do you think with the Lagavulin?
Yeah, I love it. It's probably on the nose on first pour. It'd probably be close to the more on initial impression and quality of nose.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to look through anything. It's been poured the least time, and it's developed. Each sort of second, it gets more of that fruit. Bit of the smoke drifts off. Like I think I reckon by the end of the night, or give it another 20 minutes, and you gave me my sample blind, I don't think there's peat in that to the level where I'd even call it as an Isla.
Yeah.
It's just all wafting off.
Yep.
It's like even it's like a heavily peated Highland Park or something, or like a Talisker level of peat. Heaps of fruit for Lagavulin.
It sticks around on the palate a bit more, but yeah, the nose, it's the disconnect between the palate and nose is just getting wider because I think it's staying around on the palate. It's still got a really nice, like ashy, ashen fruit kind of palate. It's a little short on the finish. Like I was expecting it to be much bigger because of the fruit bomb nose, and then right up front, it's like all that like same initial nose flavors carry over the palate, and then it's just I think it's as we've been spoiled with the finish of some of the other ones. But I was ready for this to be the full belter.
A 53.6. It's good, good length though. I love. Yeah. The Kaolila is
It's got
more
the mouth
like
coating's great.
green tea for me now. Just green tea.
Yeah, I'm getting lots of seaweed.
Yeah, that is just so seaweedy.
The nori, the fish flake.
Yeah,
that's called.
Bonito.
Bonito flakes, yeah.
Yeah.
This is when I wish I got the 30 mils.
I wish I had 15.
Same.
Same as. It's also really interesting to compare them again and just chat about them. You know, the differences between them and how different are these from current bottlings, right? Or commercial bottle, even like contemporary IBs, you know. Yeah, Lafroy from the even OBs from this age, it will be impossible. Like we would not be able to afford it. It will be like, you know, $4,000 line up or more, at least from Lagavulin from these times, and these old Lagavulins are cast strength. They're impossible. The Lagavulin is only 12. Is it 13 years old, but tastes a lot like other whiskey. And the Bamor tastes a lot older than 12-year-old only for me. What do you guys think about the Portelen?
I was going to say, Jose, I had mine capped for a little while because I was like, I'll let it breathe, but I'll try to slow it down a bit so I can have it for longer. So
Yeah.
you guys might be already there, those who didn't cap it. But for me, the smoke is almost entirely gone from the nose now. It's like,
yeah,
so fruity now.
Shit. What have you done? Who knows?
See, no smoke, it's all gone.
That.
some really cool underneath flavors, Tim, too, that I didn't really get the first time round. I think Smoke
exactly.
was hiding it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find something to put a cap on it. Here we go. Balmore is stunning. I keep going back to the Balmore, and that is absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. That's just going to be good all night.
Yeah.
The nose on the Balmore just stands up every time.
Oh, it's just brilliant.
I would say after that, after the Balmore, the nose of the Lagavulin.
Yeah. Yep.
Then I would say Lafroy, Port Ellen, and Kalila. Just because I like fruity drums.
You know, coming straight off nosing the Balmore straight to the Lagavulin, I actually get a bit of the peat on the Lagavulin now. Just because the Balmore is so sweet.
While we're tasting, next week we got bingo. Woo! Bingo. We play bingo. While we drink drams. So the lineup is pretty cool. So it's more like a drinking night. So
I can't remember the last one. Was it good?
It was very good last one. What we did last one? Can't remember.
What are the drams?
I wouldn't remember it at all.
I can't remember it. Yeah, no.
You wore a hat, Jono.
We had
Jono wouldn't know his own name on that night.
Yeah, Jono won't remember anything that day. He's
Still got the phone number of 7 girls on the gin tasting, though.
They're called orders, Jono. Process them, mate.
He did a gin tasting before today too. So we're tasting the peat from the Elements. An old favorite, the Artist Collective 11-year-old Leche Burgundy cask. It's the whiskey agency. I would say this is a Kaolila or Lagavulin. The smoky style single. This is single cask 11-year-old stunning whiskey. There's another whiskey. Oh, I can't remember what's the other one, but this one is like the wildcard. Oh shit!
Right.
It's changed.
It's like there's too much stuff on my desk. The wildcard is this Highland 37-year-old. The Highlands 37-year-old by Whiskey Sponge. Whiskey Sponge is the website is a bit of a joke of Angus McRallet. He's the writer there. And this is we only know this is distilled on the second least amusing distillery in Rhodes. Don't know what it could be. It could be a Speyside distillery. It could be Glen Grant. Not sure Glen Grant will be amusing. It will be the second least amusing. So it's a 1987 32-year-old bottle of 45.8. This is really good dram, like really good dram. I think Serge give this 90 points. So by now we'll be already sold out, I reckon. This is Johnny Fiddler from he owns a hotel in his very
important name.
Drumnadrocket. Fiddler's Inn at Drumnadrocket.
Yes, Fiddler's Inn. And he has that fish face there. He has a mask like that. He goes to whiskey festivals. Actually, he knows a shit ton about whiskey. He's just a loose cannon. Good guy. This is actually very, very, very good whiskey. So yeah, that's next week. After that, we're doing what we call the Battle of the Butts. Because we got two very, very big senior bottlings that we're tasting. I've been wanting to open these bottles for a long time. There are two exclusive bottles of Signature Vintage for La Maison de Whiskey.
Two exceptional bucks.
Exceptional. You know, very difficult to get Balmore and Lafroig at 18 years of age, both sherry casks. You know, and they are stunning. So yeah, we that's a whole signatory lineup. So there's a Ben Nevis 27-year-old that you guys might have tasted before. We put it out on a tasting. We get a Longmore 15 and Glentoker's, I think it is, or Glenbergie. I think it's a Glentoker's 21-year-old. So yeah, but this is like the battle of the bats. It's about these two big boys at the end. So we do a build up with signatory vintage, and then we taste these two bats. These are bloody good whiskeys, you know. They're pretty interesting. You see the. Let me see if you can see the ash at the bottom here. You got the phone now. The ash at the bottom there, totally unfiltered. That's a. You can see that. The other one has also stuff on the bottom, heaps of stuff on the bottom. Yeah, totally unfiltered. Pretty good stuff. I say when you pay this, and the Lafroig is a 59.3% after 18 years old, right? So yeah. Rob was waiting for a bad joke. I'm difficult to get some jokes. If I get it too wrong, because I'm not English speaker. That's the following week. All right, let's go back to this. Now the nose of the porcelain becomes a lot more open. The smoke is all gone on the nose. And the Balmore is really more still that sort of cream, panna cotta, burnt sugar, burnt. Kaolila still like that green yerba mate.
I'm getting toffee on this before now.
Coffee?
Toffee with a T.
Toffee, yes, correct. Yeah, toffee, yes. Lafroig is pure fruit.
Almost like candied apple. Like fair style candied apple.
Which that one? Lafroig. Balmore, yes. Candied apple. Oh. I'm more on the
like,
top.
you know, like the fresh ones you get at the festivals back in the day.
Yeah, you still get that in the.
Remember festivals?
Remember festivals?
Oh, like Gabs coming up.
Everyone have a cry.
Well, I've got my Gabs mixed 6, which is actually 5. So
It wasn't very good.
I've tried them yet.
I tried all of them. Do not drink the salt and vinegar.
Oh, I'm gonna. You have to. Like they're bullshit Gabs beers. You've got to try them.
Like I drank half of it, and then like it was sink cleaner afterwards. I couldn't finish it.
What was the double golden stout time like?
Actually, yeah, it was really nice. You get 2 of those ones in the pack. It's quite rich. It's quite expanding of flavor. I feel like it can't quite decide what it wants to be, but it's really good. It wasn't my top pick. I actually really enjoyed the caramel popcorn one.
All right.
That one, it literally tastes like caramel popcorn, and it's just tasty.
That's why that's doing the rounds. I've seen that in all the lots of photos. That's an ale, right? Not a stout. It's
correct.
Yeah.
Did they can the beers and they send you the cans?
So it was at Dan Murphy's. Dan Murphy stocked it, and you just went and picked up, and then you joined the Facebook event. They did a huge Zoom thing. They did a huge quiz with prizes and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm going through mine tomorrow with some mates. We're just jumping on a call. Like we figured we couldn't be bothered doing the big Dan Murphy's mega Zoom, so we went, fuck it, we'll do it a week later and just have our own.
Yeah, there's another one coming up as well with 3 Ravens, which looks alright.
Port Ellen now starting to get really fruity, but it's still like it's not even close to the Lafroig or the normal Who we haven't listened? Matty
That,
Fowler.
that Port Ellen, Jose, for me is banana now. I don't know if anyone else is getting that. Overripe.
Matty Fowler. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Jose. How you going?
Good, man.
We went a little bit unorthodox today with the tasting. We had dinner in the middle, and everything complemented the schnitzel and veg. Is real nice.
Oh, good. What do you think about them? Favorite?
I really enjoyed the lineup. I don't know if it's because the cooking was going on in the background as we started, but the Bowmore for me, first up, smelt like frozen fish sticks. I don't know how many people had that when they were younger.
Frozen fish sticks.
Took me right back.
Made me hungry now.
I know the smell you're talking about, but I didn't get that. But I certainly had my fair share of.
The Bowmore, I think is winning with everyone now.
Maybe got the fish sticks in the Kalila.
Kalila is just hay for me.
It hasn't got the
The Kalila is just straight up bonito flakes now.
Daniel Mathers, what happened to your hand?
and the distiller's edition.
I fell off an electric scooter.
Oh.
It's on the mend.
Oh.
I'm almost at the tail end. I can still pick up a whiskey, so it's not too bad.
Oh well, then you're okay if you can pick up a whiskey.
Absolutely, it's helped with the pain initially, I can tell you. But look, I can tell you that tasting was absolutely exceptional, and the Bowmore for me, and I love the nose on the Lagavulin, and that is really improving, and I stunning. So thanks, Jose, I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
No,
they are all. It's very interesting to see all the Isla personalities with all bottlings, how different they are, right? I think this is the biggest lesson we get today, children. Actually, this is the biggest thing that we learned today is, I think it's, I was talking with a customer and saying like, we probably have tasted, because this has been like a big intensive since we started 5 months ago almost in March. This has been like an intensive course on whiskey, right? We probably opened over 100 bottles of whiskey now, and most of them cask strength and single cask and rare and younger ones, newer ones, official bottlings. And the biggest thing that we get out of this is the amount of bottles that we all taste together collectively, and building that database of bottlings on the brain. This is really interesting because we get to see a moment on Isla, like old style, and the different palettes are pretty amazing. Fun enough, the Port Ellen doesn't shine with the other ones, you know?
Not often you can say a Port Ellen doesn't shine.
No, but not often you get this lineup with Port Ellens, you know? Like,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's so, you know, I'm sure we put this Port Ellen with some other, you know, maybe, you know, bottlings and it might shine. It's not a bad whiskey, but you know,
It's
and it's like now I understand it, but I can see how nice it is, but I still getting attracted more to the Bowmore and the Caolila and the Lafroig. The Caolila, no, the Lafroig and the Lagavulin.
I prefer the Port Ellen.
Really? Do you?
I thought the Bowmore, I like the nose, but I thought that the actual whiskey was a bit sulfury and it's quite spicy. Like it'd been in quite a tired cask.
Mm.
And the nose was special though.
The nose is amazing. I agree. The Port Ellen palate is amazing too. But also the Port Ellen palate is a 46%. That's one of these problems. Why some of these Italians bottle at 46%? Who knows? You know?
More bottles.
I ask a few people and they all say because the Italians are slack. That's what they said. Some of the bottlers say like because they just want to make more bottles. That's it. No reason to add water, you know? Like these are all whiskey bottlers, the purist of the single cask. they add the water themselves, on the glass if you want to dilute. But that's the for money. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's why they. There is myth where we will never know about it, that the Italians were rebottling stock, and that it's not uncommon, to buy bottled stock, rebottle into your own bottles, and put your own label, right? Which there is a myth about that. We will never know for sure because they will never admit to that. That's apparently what Macallan has been doing with some of the official bottlings that are crazy expensive. The 1940s and 1930s. Apparently, they've been buying the old Gordon and MacPhail stock and bottle it into their own bottlings. And the bottle instantly worth $20,000 more. So you can pick up a 1930s Pinerolo Gordon and MacPhail, Macallan 1937, for maybe $5,000 to $6,000, and then apparently that's been rebottled under Macallan. Macallan's been buying those bottles, and those bottles that you see with the big vintage of Macallan, they cost between $20,000 to $25,000. So it's not. This also that is a urban legend, but I can say for what people say that's what's been happening. It could be true,
You'd be stupid not to.
Well, it's very well. It's kind of known that Macallan buys back from Gordon and MacPhail the old casks because they don't have old stock. Gordon and MacPhail has more Macallan than Macallan of old Macallan. And if Gordon and MacPhail releases a 50-year-old Macallan, it's going to cost $25,000. But that same 50-year-old Macallan is released by Macallan on a La Ligue decanter. Straight away, it's $100,000 a bottle or more. So they just, they might buy one cask of Macallan 50-year-old in exchange of 100 casks of Macallan from now. Who knows? That relationship Macallan, Gordon, and MacPhail is so strong that you never know what goes through there. And they do have more stock than them. Than Ria Macallan, than the Macallan distillery. Actually, Gordon and MacPhail bottles more single cask Macallan than anyone else anywhere, even Macallan. All the spray malts every year, Some of them are sensational. Now, but more steels, I do like that. Who else we have in there?
Are they the only IB and distillery relationship like that? Do you think? Are Gordon MacPhail and Macallan the only pair of IB and distillery that have that sort of extremely close relationship?
Yes, because they bottled for Macallan for so many years. But Gordon and MacPhail has a relationship with all the Diageo distilleries too, because they used to bottle for Stratila, Lingwood, Mortlach,
Glen Tockus, they did.
Glen Tockus.
Yeah, but I guess I'm just wondering, do you think there's any other IBs out there that are sitting on more stock?
No one.
Than the actual distilleries themselves?
No, the only big bottler of official bottlings was Gordon and MacPhail. The rest were just.
Do you think Doug Lang's got to be sitting on a fair amount of stock?
Yeah, but they will feed off the rest. They are smaller than Gordon and MacPhail. Yeah. And they never were official bottlers. Macallan, Gordon and MacPhail was an official bottler of Macallan. They had the official license to bottle Macallan under license. So it's just them. The things that you will never see is, for example, almost it's Gordon and MacPhail Springbank ever. You will see lots of signatory Springbanks, but not Gordon and MacPhail Springbank. They are rare as hen's teeth. Never a good relationship between them. Douglas Lang and Hunter Lang gets a few Springbanks here and there. That's the and Gordon and MacPhail and Mortlach and Macallan are the biggest, I think, long-lasting relationships. Mortlach, Macallan, Port Ellen, Lingwood, with Old Putney, but Old Putney is not owned by them anymore. No, they don't bottle anymore. They're not owned by United Distillers anymore. So, I would say Macallan is the biggest relationship there between Gordon and MacPhail and them. No other bottler bottles so much Macallan like Gordon and MacPhail.
Yeah.
Is a Springbank situation because Cadenhead is the same family company?
I think there was never, because they would sell casks to Signatory back in the day, and there's heaps of Signatory Springbanks, all Signatory Springbanks, Preston Fields, Hutt Brothers, but not with Gordon and MacPhail. It's like, probably rivalry, or I don't know, like, Springbank is the one that do themselves their own. So if everyone was doing with Gordon and MacPhail, Springbank might have been the one that we just don't, because everyone else does. They go against the current. They're like they might have been the millennials of back in the 90s, 80s and 90s. The millennials, just doing the opposite just because. Nonson Lafroig is awesome right now.
That's a cracker.
Who hasn't? Alex, what do you think? What was the favorite for you? Yes, Usalo.
Trying to work out which one. There's two of us on it at the moment. Haven't said Tassie, Alex. Doesn't work. Probably the Balmore. And then the Lagavulin, I reckon.
The sweetness on the Portelen is amazing, dude. Yes, that's really nice. Which one is your favorite, Jonah?
I haven't really had much time with the Lagavulin yet, so I need a bit more time with that. I really like the Port Ellen. The nose perhaps isn't like as grand as the Balmore, but for me, the palate on this and the finish as well is really good. It comes with like that, like almost like sweety fruitness for me a few seconds after in the finish, which I think is awesome, but it's hard to go past this Balmore for me.
Yeah. I want to leave the Portelen longer in the glass to see if it keeps giving something else,
I agree.
Jose, did you say you'd put water in at least one of them? I'm about to do a water round.
Yes, I put a water, like 5 drops in the Caudilla, 1 drop in the Balmore, and maybe 1 drop in the Portelen. But literally just like these drops.
Yeah.
Cheers, Keenan.
Keenan's going. Got a bounce. Incredible tasting. He likes Keenan. Really good. Let's see who having us. Drew. How are you, Drew?
Good. Sorry, I was also eating before whilst drinking.
You were wet?
I was eating dinner at the same time. It didn't really work very well.
Ah.
But that Port Ellen was brilliant. I really liked it.
Such a thing you do, is it? But wonder whether that
Again,
would make
you can do pairings.
It will be very. It's like Of course, this is now the Portelen for me starts to shine a bit more. And now it's shining for me. And the Balmore, it just becomes a lot just sherry. I lost a little bit of fruit now for me. I have very little in the glass, so this is the time when you repull yourself, right? I wish I had more, like everyone else here. I know, this is the time you fill the glass again, and you get another. I reckon on these tastings, not even 30 mils is enough. We should do. I wanted to ask, what would you guys would like to see on another tasting? Ideas. We're talking with Alex earlier, and we're going to do another whiskey with music combo.
Oh.
Yes. I owe the samples to Justin. Doing pretty well, Justin. You enjoy this tasting?
Me?
Yes.
Mate, it was exceptional. I think it's amazing with these Isla ones, though. It's not all about the peak with these Isla ones.
I reckon the more you know Isla, the more you think I'm fruit. You know, it's like, and try to see the fruit behind the smoke. You know,
Definitely.
if anyone has ideas, you know, happy to hear. You know, to get. We have a shipment on the water from Valencia, Malay, that should arrive in the first week of September, so 3 weeks time. Shipment from La Maison de Whisky arrives. It's import. It was imported yesterday, so I'm waiting for them to release the stock. It should be next week. La Maison de Whisky.
Anything stand out?
These are Dailoane 1983.
Wow.
Bottle for single malts of Scotland. Sukinder's brand. There is some artists, some really good artists in that. So we will do a single cask artist tasting. I'm just waiting to get the bottles in the hand to announce that one. Because there's a Bruichladdich, there's some Laphroaig artist, there is some.
I've already given you my ideas, Jose.
Yeah. You said the long road red is going ahead, and we're getting the people from Springbank to host it. So that's gonna be good. We're gonna print T-shirts. They have. Funny enough, they allow me to use the brand, and they don't allow anyone to use the brand. I said, if I print 25 T-shirts, I said, are you fine? I said, yes. If it's only 25, it's okay. So
All right.
because they do not have. So yeah, we will have a limited edition tasting with that comes with a.
We'll have to wear our T-shirts.
That comes with a Springbank T-shirt.
I'm a medium, Jose. So
and a Casa de Vinos hologram.
if you could just get that printed ahead of time, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Can you make it 50?
Yeah.
Fine, it's competitive.
Sell them on the side, you know, with a certificate of authenticity.
Flip those T-shirts.
I actually did ask Springbank because they have T-shirts themselves, but they say they have not now any, because I wanted to buy T-shirts from them and print them on the back, and they said they don't have any more, but they will let me print my own. I was like, whoo! Like, yeah, I can see.
So it might be some sort of cool design on there.
Yeah, just like, you know, people with a big neck and, you know, a couple of different colors, and my face with Springbank. No, they said
No, it's a terrible idea.
They said
just get rid of Springbank, just your face.
Just my face.
Really big. And we'll get it printed really cheaply so it kind of distorts your mug.
The ones that after the first wash they peel off half of the printing. No, they actually allow me to print a run of T-shirts, so I'm trying to organize that. So long row, yes, Rob, the one you said, I just bought some bottles, so I'm waiting for those bottles to arrive to do a bigger lineup for that. Yeah, we got another. I got ideas, but happy to hear. You need to top Laphroaig with the master. Yeah. Ranking for Mac Williams. Vamos, then Lagavulin and Laphroaig for Tellen. Then for Mustang.
Jose, we should do if we can source the bottles through the networks, we should do a Bruichladdich Valinch lineup.
Oh, yes.
Get some secondary market old Bruichladdich Valinches and pick a good 5 or 6 of those.
That would be good. Yeah, or Bruichladdich, it's the thing is that they have so many bottlings that I don't know anyone that knows, to be honest, like to know which ones are really good to buy.
Yeah.
You know, because the lineup is so large. There's so many, the Lynx, the Valinch, the ones that were exceptional were the redder, the golder, and the black. But they are so expensive now that it's other bottles worth.
They had the wood series too. Those French each 6 was a French wine, and then each 6 was an Italian wine, and yeah, there's a heap.
Dave Phillips 170s rock with 70s whiskey. That would be amazing. Just 5 bottles of 70s. We we're on a budget, David. We can do it, but it's a great idea. I was thinking like I did already the artwork. It's 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So we go
just go of the decades.
These decades.
Sponsored by David.
The thing is that there is a lot of 70s bottles that we can buy, and I have a few, but some of them are very average. So it's a matter of picking the really nice ones, which I have a few in mind, but it's difficult to find them. So
Dave just wants to wear flares again.
We all dress up, disco ball, smoke machine.
I'll dress up in a smoke machine.
Dress up as a smoke machine. Caurilla still very green. This one, the Caurilla was the most expensive bottle was the Port Ellen. Second most expensive bottle was the Lagavulin. Third one was the Portaskai. Then the Lafroig cheapest bottle was the Barmo.
Really?
Yeah. Bang for your buck. There you go. The Askai and Lagavulin were similar price. Let's say around $600 each, more or less. Landed here and everything,
I think one of the eye-opening things has been how much 40% can breathe, because I usually sort of attribute that to a more of a cask strength quality. You've got to let cask strength have a bit of time. Higher ABV can cope with the breathing and last longer, but like the Port Ellen at 46 and the Lafroig at 46, none of them are, they're not turning into rubbish just sitting there in the glass, and it's been an hour and a half.
They're getting better.
These ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really,
they held up.
I must say the same thing. I agree. Very solid. Look, they are all these guys are all very famous bottlers. So very, 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 very nice and solid lineup. I can appreciate more older whiskeys now, I would say, and particularly bottlers. Like Whiskey Agency, how much they deliver. The Italians, bloody good bottlers. The Italians, those two, the Silver Seal and the High Spirits. The Master of Malt, I was expecting a bit more of that. I would keep my eye open for all bottlings of Master of Malt. See what it has even the rotation at the back. Speak of you. There we go. Let's see. That's the rotation. 1995, 605. Yeah.
I worked out in all of my sets, Jose, that I somehow missed the actual bingo cards yesterday.
I found 5 bingo cards in here, and I thought, who are they?
They're mine. I'll come down tomorrow and get them, but I ended up with an extra bottle of Fever Tree, so there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I'll come down tomorrow. I've got to eye on one of those Glen Lassau bottles.
I just poured myself a bit more Port Ellen, and now it's...
Come on.
Nice flex.
That was your revenge.
Has a little bit less of Port Ellen on the bottle.
That's the Port Ellen that there wasn't enough of for Jono to have earlier.
Yeah.
Same, man.
No, Port Ellen he had. There was Lagavulin that there was not enough. And Lafroig.
Miraculously, something.
There's just something about that Balmore bottle cask, though, that smell.
Yeah, I'm with you, Alex. The nose on that was so much going on. It was amazing.
Balmore is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this one. And you know, oh, I almost
Nice, mate.
there we go. Let's I'm gonna mute you.
Templar and Ash.
Maybe I'll have to drink that.
There we go. I'm really looking forward to this one. Distilled in 2001, bottled in 2019.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to it as well, Jose. Thank you.
This will make up for the next one.
There's only going to be 10 people in the next session.
You are such a tease, Jose.
Yeah.
You are such a tease.
Stingy boy, Jose.
I didn't get enough of this one. Stingy, yes. It's like a week. It's like a week wage of John on this one.
I get paid.
This should be good.
You're not actually allowed to pay Jono just in whiskey, Jose. They'll bust you for that, mate. You gotta give him some money as well.
That counts as company grip, I think.
He does tasting with he does gin tastings with beautiful women. What that's a currency in my country.
Alex, you're using Uruguayan rules here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I get into tastings with beautiful women, and they all get very happy and
And
just always test that, Jose, by adding "Your Honour" to the end of that sentence and see if it still sounds right.
Fine. This is a very elaborate version of salary sacrifice. Don't worry about it.
It's not a sacrifice at all, Your Honour.
No. FPT, who cares about FPT? It's fine.
Just make sure it's not defined as a fringe benefit then.
It's a fringe benefit.
Stop bringing in all the law to it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I've been on job.
Yeah, Your Honour. Stop bringing the law into it, Your Honour.
Yeah, it's
a bargain made between equals.
It's the vibe. It's Marbo.
Its monthly bonus is in how many tastings with beautiful women he gets to do.
It's the vibe. It's the feeling. It's the constitution.
Offer an acceptance, isn't it? Morty would know that. Mr.
That's right, mate. Acceptance by conduct. The moment he hosts one, he's sunk.
Right. I got the $1. It's the whiskey that was received, and it's fine.
I don't invoice him for the whiskey, for the gins he drinks with the women, so it's okay. In my country, it's a win-win. And if he gets a girlfriend, out of it, well, what can I do?
Bingo.
Yes.
Jose takes half of our life earnings if I find a partner out of it.
If he finds a partner, I own the relationship on the partner, and I get the, if they have kids, I even get dividends from
You have to name the first child, Jose.
labor, yes.
I was about to say that, Dom. He's got first kid's name right.
Yeah.
Very Rumpelstiltskin-ness.
The whiskey.
So how is that Lefroy going over there, Jose?
This is very fruity.
Of course it is.
It's only just opened the bottle, so it's actually not that great.
I'll tell you what, guys. If anyone's got Kalila left or a Skag left from tonight's,
yeah,
and if you've ever nosed new make before, like really good new make,
yeah,
I just feel like it's creeping closer and closer to some really high quality new make.
Yeah.
It's very, very herbal, I must say.
That's after water, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Because I just noticed that now too, after putting some water in it. You're bloody right.
And I'm sort of reticent to say it because I know that that's usually like the criticism point, it's too new makey or it's got too much youth on it or whatever, but I don't dislike it, but I just feel like a lot of the stuff that I would have attributed its age to has drifted off a bit and it's getting back to basics.
It's pretty high ABV for a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Mike Leyland you said you just took delivery of 3 Glenglassaugh that you tasted. Which Glenglassaughs? You got more samples or the whiskeys?
You probably sent in a few bottles.
I sent a few bottles. I could have. Yeah, maybe I did. Yeah.
You're sending out so much, I can't remember.
I packed so much that it can't, it's pretty amazing the amount of bottles. But basically,
There was a street sheet.
Coronavirus to end, do you?
Again?
You don't want coronavirus to end. It's like the best thing that's ever happened.
Super spreader.
To be honest, it's to be honest, I would have liked that things stay like they were. Now we have had to change the business model so much, which it created a lot of stress. I must say, revenue-wise, it's been okay, but just the stress we've gone through, also like trying to make things work, to make it happen, which it needs to happen to every business, of course. That's been the difficult side, right? And not being able to hire anyone right now, because you don't know what you're gonna do. I would be a lot more relief if we could hire someone, but today you don't know. I don't know if I hire someone and an extra person. When there's 2 people working here, bringing one more means 33% more chances of getting coronavirus in the store. Right?
Might be a good role.
And shuts the whole thing down, and then we're like shut for a month. It fucks everything up. Second, a lot of people that will be.
I'm just going to interrupt quickly, Jose. I've just got to jump off. So thank you very much for the tasting, and cheers, everyone.
See you, mate.
Next week, probably.
See you next week, mate.
Take it easy.
Bingo. The second problem here is also that a lot of people that needs full-time work would take today part-time. So I hire someone and we train them, they might leave when they find full-time. So it's, they might just lie and say, oh yeah, I'm okay with like part-time, and that won't work. We need someone to pack, which is not, we've never been packing so much, so yeah, it's quite difficult.
It's good fun.
Ah, yeah.
Jose, I'll tell you what.
Well, we make like 5 sales a day only from walk-ins. Like 5-6 sales a day, so it's not like that. So that's how much is affected. And we lost all the wholesale. So, but the retail, we're up, of course. On wholesale, we're down. We're down probably 70% on wholesale. But retail is up. So, but wholesale doesn't pay rent, only storage. So it's okay. The rent is up, makes up, and as quality lifestyle, we're not spending. So it's funny, not going trips, cannot go to business trips, cannot go in holidays. So basically it's all a balance that they're all out. So
the only thing you can do is buy more whiskey.
That's right.
That's where all my travel budget is going, buying whiskey. It's like, and the problem is drinking and then going and buying whiskey, because spend a lot more than normal. Everyone's been on that one.
Like shopping hungry.
It's spot on. It's like shopping hungry. You put so much stuff that you don't need. If I see my shopping cart on the last auction was pretty ridiculous. When I look at it like that, it's like I don't need all that. And it's like shopping hungry and half asleep, because I will wake up on like 5 a.m.
That's auction shopping drunk, Jose.
No, I think it's worse. I think the worst thing is that being half asleep at like 5 a.m. when the auction finishes, and you're like, oh yeah, that one.
Even that.
Yeah.
The Portelen is very nice now.
They're all beautiful.
It's only taking an hour and 40 minutes. Whiskey and time. We will do that. Whiskey through the decades. We will do that.
Yep. Disco of the decades.
Yeah. Have you got any more IB Glenglasso? No IB Glenglasso. They are rare as hen's teeth. I miss a bottle of McPhail Glenglasso last 2 auctions ago, which I pretty gutted, but no, I miss on the. It went far more than what I wanted to. So no, very difficult to find IB Glenglasso actually.
So what's the rarest Glenlasso? Oh, not Glenlasso. What's the rarest IBs of like? But there's plenty of like original bottlings, like ones you wouldn't think are hard to get as IBs.
Why you wouldn't think you get as IBs and they are really good? You mean?
Oh no, as in like there's heaps of official bottlings of it, but there's not many IBs around.
Like Glenglassaugh, for example.
Yeah, for
But they're not
example, like
great. Benriach as another one. Benriach, there's not many IBs. Benriach, Glendronach, neither. All those distilled Glendronach, there's not many IBs Glendronach at all. There's not many IBs when you realize the
business model.
Yeah. Glendronach is
Lots of Ben Reacts at the moment from Zanzibar and North. Adelphi's got one coming out.
Yeah.
North Star. There's a few Ben Reacts at the moment.
Yeah. I think they all come from the same origin. So same. The best I don't know what's a.
Cheers, Mark.
Who's going, Mark?
Hey, good night, guys. Loved it, as usual.
Thanks, Mark. Take care, mate.
Drop off as well. I'll catch you later, Jose.
Bye,
And
Dexter.
everyone else, have a good one. I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Next up.
Dexter sound like he's on Call of Duty. Robotic.
Oh, really? Is it gone robotic again for me?
Yeah, you sound like you're on Call of Duty. Need backup. Need backup.
Need whiskey. Need whiskey.
Need whiskey. Need whiskey.
Look at his gaming headphones, mate. He's clearly multitasking.
I know. He's probably.
Hang on.
He's there.
I'll see if I can move around. I got one screen going there, one screen's going here, and then you guys are all here.
Very nice.
All right, have a good one all.
You too, mate.
Good night.
The Lafroig just keeps standing out. My goodness.
The frog is so fruity.
Yeah.
And moorish and salty and nice. It's like I want to do a big Lafroig tasting, but I'm still waiting for a couple confirmations about what we can do. About more tasting too. Fortunately, there's not really recent Balmots that were worth opening. It's not like official bottlings, and like there's so much little love, so little love for the brand as official bottling. So it's like I don't think bringing anyone from Suntory to talk about Balmot will bring anything to the table.
You don't get festival bottlings, Jose.
Yeah, so you'll be like all IB, so there's not really much to
Or the hand feels, but they're a bit hard to kind of explain, I guess, as well.
The hand feels, no, they're good. The hand feels
good, but like, how do you describe? Like, I got it at the distillery.
Many of the
very good. I know they're
many
very
of the
good.
hand feels are, I think, like very heavily sherry, sulfurous black, which is what sells. But when you put them against like fruity Balmots, they don't stand up. It's like it's very commercial, the choice of Balmot on handfields. It's a bit like the handfields that Bunhaven does. They are like all heavily sherried or heavily cask influenced, very sulfury styles. I thought on a leche tasting, and that would be good. Tobermory tasting. We got some really nice Tobermories. I think we could work on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a nice Tobermory tasting.
Yeah. Isle of Mull tasting.
Yes. Yeah.
What about just a Campbelltown tasting, Jose?
It would be like putting something else that is not Springbank will be cheating.
Glen Scotia's all right.
Glen Scotia, yes. I don't wanna. This is like putting Usain Bolt next to someone else. Because if I have to choose a bottling of Springbank to put on a lineup with a Glen Scotia, it's not gonna be fair. So it's gonna be like because it's like I actually find Glen Scotia very. It's like Annock, like just whiskey with little identity, and I don't, I don't. It's not that I don't like Glen Scotia. I just don't get it. I just don't.
Sounds like you don't like.
No, I like it, but I don't.
Don't backpedal now, mate. Don't backpedal now.
No, it's like you put a Campbelltown tasting, and we put.
No, Jose, be a man of conviction. Don't be some wishy-washy appeal to everyone politician. If you think Glen Scotia sucks, just say it.
No, they don't suck, but it's just normal whiskey. It's like I don't know.
Oh, okay, so it sucks. It's not going to get into a tasting lineup in the story.
If I gotta look, we can do that. We can do a Glen Scotia tasting, and we put for example, a bottling of Springbank that I was quite not very fond of was the rum cask. I found it very normal, and I got disappointed about it. I still have a bottle though, and actually we tasted that with Oates on the tasting, Steve Oates, and he was his bottle, and it was nice, but it's not what I expected on Springbank. So I would not put that bottle on a tasting myself.
Yep, I know the bottle.
I know I open my own bottles of Springbank, and I put them against some Glen Scotia, which I would need to find like good Glen Scotia and research about it because I don't know much. It's literally would be like putting Usain Bolt against some guy that runs fast.
I think SMWS Glen Scotia is
which one?
SMWS has had some amazing Glen Scotia. Apart from them, I haven't tasted any decent ones at all. So I don't know how they've.
It makes sense. Now, how do we get those bottles, Tristan?
Oh, I don't know, Morsey. How would we get those?
I wonder how you would possibly get it. Hey, Alex, how would you get those, mate? How would you get those SMWS bottles, Alex?
Oh, just go to auctions and just get from the flippers, mate. Don't worry about it. Or hit me up for a membership joining code and join the society.
Oh no! All right,
never miss an opportunity, Al.
I'm out of here. See you, boys.
Papa needs a new pair of shoes, Tim. Join the society.
Yeah, I know. You know where to find me, Morsey. I've moved. See you. Well done.
Okay, I want a discount code for mentioning this.
See you, Tim.
Gotcha. Actually, there was a Glen Scotia bottling that just popped past the SMWS our turn this month, didn't it?
Did what, mate? Yeah, they're actually relatively.
There's always a Glen Scotia. There's always a Glen Scotia in the SMWS out too.
Yeah. Oh, look at Dave's got one in his hand.
That's the old SMWS.
That's the first bottle of SMWS that Owen had. And that's a lovely Glen Scotia. And actually, Jose, we had the new make right off the still at Glen Scotia.
Yeah.
And it's amazingly fruity, beautiful new make. So the spirit itself is fine.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's I haven't tasted enough, I must say.
So why don't you do a Highland Park tasting, Jose?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I might understand all the different bottlings then. Because I have no clue what all those Nordic names are about.
We could all dress as Vikings. That'll be the theme.
Very large, confusing.
Hang on, give me 1 minute. Because
is Jose getting his Viking costume? Because that would be an amazing segue if he's got one there.
And can we burn something
like
along
you, Morsey?
I just got invited to a tasting. Martin Mark's button. But there's
Mjolnir.
No.
So
Oh, well?
I don't know. I got invited to a tasting with the Highland Park ambassador, but there's no bottle. So I think what I'm gonna taste, or I'm gonna watch him taste. I don't know if I'm gonna watch him taste, or I gotta buy my own bottle to be at the tasting for him. But
that guy's a big scary dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a big guy and has lots of tattoos, but shelf talkers. That's what you know.
They what? What do you say?
So we got Zoom meeting IDs. You will need this. I reckon.
What's set to hang on?
Yes.
We don't know.
That sounds like a really dull spectator sport. What someone else drink?
I have a shelf talker for the bottles, but I don't sell any of them. But no, I do. I used to have these ones, but they invited me neck tags and wobblers, and these are the wobblers. These ones got stick under the. They get on the shelf like that.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were inviting me. No, they're sending me just the merch.
They're just essentially advertising. They're just essentially price tags.
I know.
Point of that.
WTF?
That's like, oh, all right.
You work at Dan Murphy's?
Yeah, I know.
They send it to the right address.
They
Yeah,
said-
yeah. It's a mistake. Oh, oops.
They gave me they give me the code, and it says there, if you connect at 7 p.m. On the 24th of September 2020, and that's the meeting ID and everything, presented by Zoom. Oh, they all got sponsored by Zoom. It looks like. We should crash a party.
Where's the whiskey?
Why would you put the code? Why would you not put a QR code? How's that very good marketing? I don't get it.
I don't know. Well,
They're Vikings, Alex. They don't understand this
yeah,
tech
Vikings.
stuff,
They
right?
don't understand technology. Yeah, good point, Alex.
But no free whiskey.
I no
Yeah.
bottles. They invite me to a tasting with no bottles. That's you just log in there and very interesting. How to enter? Purchase any bottle from the Highland Park Viking.
Yeah. Return to sender.
Yeah.
Or just steal the tag. Could you not just
Take
steal
a
the tag?
picture of you, your dad, and the bottle, telling us what Viking soul means to you.
This is a Father's Day promotion.
I'm not
mate.
making up this shit, right? It's just like
With your dad.
with my
It's a
dad.
Father's Day thing then.
It's a Father's Day promotion.
But it's the 24th. The 20. Like,
Sounds like a data gathering exercise to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 20
It's a
days after
Father's Day
Father's Day.
promotion.
This climate, we all locked down.
We've got Valk Nuts and Valk Father.
Enter your license number and your date of birth.
In this climate, we locked in. You're lucky to have breakfast in bed in Father's Day. after breakfast, Father's Day is gone. Help look after, right? It's like
Yeah.
that.
A bit like Mother's Day then.
Mother's Day finish. No.
That's in May.
This isn't on Facebook Live, is it still? Just checking.
Absolutely savaging them. Suddenly there's none in the store.